What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us After Dark yet again. Today we're going to be filming episode 2 of How to Become a Master of Communication. As you can see, we're trying a new setup. We got the new microphone for better quality, hopefully, and things like that. So that's what we're going to be working with moving forward for now. If you don't like this setup and you prefer to see my pretty face, then we will make some adjustments in the future. But for now, this is what we're going to try, right? So today's episode, we're going to be starting from the very beginning, the very start, all right? So we're going to be discussing the very beginning, how to start. We're going to be talking about the cold approach. We're talking about ice breaking the ice. And I'm also going to give some minor tips and tricks as we go through. Today we're going to be reacting to 2 videos so y'all can really get, so we can really get in depth. So this is going to be a special type of video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends who you think need this. And if you need this, watch it over and over until you feel like you got the information you need. And remember, none of this matters unless you apply it in real life. So don't let my information and my hard work go to waste, all right? The first video we're going to be getting into here is called I Tried to Cold Approach Girls as an Introvert. Difficulty Impossible by Dylan McKnight. All the videos we're reacting to will be in the description down below if you want to check out the original, because we won't be reacting to the full thing. Rather, we will just be going through. I have timestamps and everything. We got notes. We're real organized over here, so we're gonna get this done the right way. All right. Now, before I even get into the video, I want to discuss what he put in the title: introvert versus extrovert. All right. Let's get this straight right now. People have this whole idea completely messed up, right? What do I mean by that, and why do I say that? I say this because being an introvert versus an extrovert has absolutely nothing to do with the social skills that you have, right? You can be an introvert and have stellar social skills, right? And you can be an extrovert and you can be absolutely annoying to people and have zero social skills, right? What an introvert and an extrovert is to me, and we're not going to go by dictionary definition, but this has got to be pretty close. I think extrovert and introvert comes down more so to a preference than it does to an ability or a skill set, right? So I believe myself to be an introvert. I prefer to be inside. I prefer to be closed off, away from others. I don't like big crowds, things like that. That would consider me introverted. Now, a lot of people will say I'm extroverted just because I have social skills and I can apply myself to certain social events and fit in with different groups of people as I wish and just adapt quickly. But that doesn't make me an extrovert, because at the end of the day, I prefer to be by myself, right? So I just want to get that clear. That'll help y'all get this idea out of your head. Oh, I can't be social. I'm just an introvert. That's not true. Let's stop using these excuses all 2024 and let's fix this, right? So with this first video that I told you we're going to get into, we're going to start off with icebreakers, how to break the ice and how to approach people. And we're also going to just give minor tips and tricks and things like that as well on how to apply yourself better or how to deal with certain situations better. It'll all make sense soon.
There is literally no way around it. I have to talk to girls today. Gosh, this is terrible, dude. You gotta hide behind that little camera and I gotta go up and talk to girls.
Okay, so in this first clip, what are we doing here? There's gonna be a lot of cutting and a lot of pausing because I'm gonna be breaking this down to the full extent, right? So in this first clip, what are we noticing that he's doing here? I'll play it again.
There is literally no way around it. I have to talk to girls today. Gosh, this is terrible, dude. You gotta hide behind that little camera and I gotta go up and talk to girls.
If you can notice, or if you are paying attention, I want y'all to really, the reason why I'm asking y'all before I get into it, because I want y'all to develop the ability to notice certain things and connect them to a reason, because there's a reason for absolutely everything. As you can see, he's going on a rant, just saying very unnecessary stuff. Is it possible he's doing this for entertainment purposes? Yes, but let's look at it in a deeper level, right? He's clearly procrastinating. He's clearly doing and saying whatever he can to prolong the point to which he has to go do the approach, right? He's trying to put as much time between him and the actual situation that he's fearing. He's trying to extend the time in between it, right? So we're simply procrastinating here. Now, when it comes to procrastination, we all know it's a bad thing and we all try to get better at it. But why is it a bad thing? A lot of us don't even know. When you procrastinate in these situations, I'm not talking about pushing back something you know you need to do. When you procrastinate, when it comes to fear, all you're doing is allowing the bad thoughts to come through. You're giving the bad thoughts time to come up, right? Now, this is natural because this is your body and your mind's way of protecting yourself from potential danger. Even though this isn't a dangerous situation, our mind kind of tricks us into thinking so just because of that fear and the anxiety. Realistically, it's not dangerous, but to protect ourselves from what we fear, which is rejection or things like that, we kind of have these defense mechanisms to stop us from being hurt, right? And that's that procrastination. That's why those bad thoughts reoccur. So try to put as little time in between you and that feared thing as possible. If you stand on top of a cliff, right, and you want to jump, not to kill yourself, but if you're skydiving, let's say you're skydiving, you jump off a plane, the longer you stand there and you look down, the more fear is going to develop and the less you're going to want to do it. As soon as that plane door opens and you get to go, you're going to want to jump to not have your brain time to think. And the more you do this and the more you apply this in your life, the better you'll get at it and the less you'll procrastinate and the more you'll be an action taker.
Are you selling these scooters? Do you think girls would be into me if I bought one of these?
Boom. A few seconds into this clip, right? A few seconds into this first approach, I'm noticing a few things I want to see if y'all picked them up too, all right? Make sure y'all are commenting down below things that y'all noticed that I didn't pick up or things that you agree with me or disagree with me on, all right? So off this first approach, the very first thing I noticed is, the first thing he said was, do you think such and such about scooters? Do you think girls would be into me if I had this, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with this, and as you will progress as you go. But like I said, I'm going to give y'all little key tips and tricks to get better at it. But you're not going to be able to apply these on the first go, right? You're going to have to get in there, get your feet wet. But as you progress, you're going to want to apply certain tricks to become better at communication and make people like you a little bit more, right? Now, this doesn't just go for talking to girls. This is about people, communication in general. I'm not going to pinpoint talking to women because I don't think that's a super important topic in the world, right? Communication is the main thing. The first thing he said, do you think girls would be more into me if I had this scooter? When the reason why you don't want to say something like that or you don't want to do that is you're immediately taking the attention off of that one-on-one interaction. This is supposed to be me and you. Anything we talk about should be about me and you to keep that sort of connection, that tension, right? The moment we talk about other girls, other guys, we're immediately taking the focus off of us too. Now, this is not something that people are thinking super consciously, but this is going to make them less attracted to you because people want to feel like they want to be the center of attention. They want to feel like they have your undivided attention. What woman doesn't want to feel like you're focused on them and only them, right? So when you start mentioning other girls, other guys, it's bringing the attention off and it's kind of ruining that connection that y'all have. So try to stay away from mentioning other people, right? When you learn to hone in on just that one-on-one connection, it makes it that much more intimate and people feel like they can relate to you, feel like you're listening, feel like they're being paid attention to, and it makes them like you that much more. So keep that in mind, all right?
Honestly, I'm not in the market to buy a scooter. I just thought you were attractive. I wanted to come up to you.
I could tell you go to the gym.
You can tell I go to the gym?
Would it make you feel better if I said that I was like a gym girl to a T?
Number two thing I'm noticing off this first approach is this woman is showing high interest.
I could tell you go to the gym.
You can tell I go to the gym?
What is high interest? I don't like the whole idea of low interest, medium interest, high interest. I think it's all bullshit if you ask me. But this would be an example of high interest. She's clearly invested and interested in you. Now, it could be because she's trying to make a sale of a scooter. There's multiple reasons why she could be showing high interest. But a person that does not want to talk to you will not talk to you. Is it possible to convince them to? Yes, but when they made up their mind, they've made up their mind, okay? So for her to be open and start showing interest in the conversation and bringing up new ideas, presenting new ideas and things like that of this conversation, start discussing the gym and you know, such and such. And you'll see later in the interaction, she begins to compliment him pretty often, talk about his muscles, things like that. These are all things that are showing high interest. Why is this important? When you know someone is showing high interest, that kind of gives you puts you higher on the playing field when they're doing this, because that just makes your job a lot easier. That just shows you don't have to try as hard. so you don't have to waste time, waste energy. You could get straight to the point. So make sure you're paying attention to where their interest is at in the conversation and with the interaction in general.
Oh wait, answer me this. Do you do legs every single day of the week, or do you train your upper body?
Chest and back.
Okay.
It's like Arnold split.
Then in that case,
Actually, that's what I was doing, but now I'm kind of power building. But
you're power building.
yeah. So I have
You know your terminologies. You see a lot of girls.
Again, we took it off of her and we went to saying a lot of girls this, a lot of girls that. She does not want to hear that. Any girl that's not highly interested in you will take this and it'll ruin all your chances. It's possible. I'm telling you, I've seen it happen. I've been here. Like, I'm telling you, I've had these situations. That's why I feel like I'm qualified to talk about it. Do I think I'm a master? No, I'm not a master, but we can become a master together with these tools, right? She's talking about her gym split and he's saying, wow, you're very knowledgeable. A lot of girls, such and such, right? What can we say instead of saying a lot of girls, instead of mentioning other women? He's clearly doing this out of nervousness because he doesn't want to show too much attraction. A lot of guys tend to do this when they are nervous and don't know how to talk to women. They'll try to avoid showing too much attraction. So they'll say things like that. What can we say instead of saying a lot of girls this, a lot of girls that? Drop it in the comments, all right? Drop what you think in the comments. Let me tell you what we can say. First of all, we have to know our goal. When you're thinking of things to say, you want to know your goal to start with. Our goal is to show her that we're attracted to her and hopefully get that mutual attraction back, right? We want her number, whatever our chances are after that is completely irrelevant right now. All we know right now is we think she's attractive. We want her number, right? Let's keep the focus on her. This is communication in general. This is not just talking to women. Let's keep the focus on her. I'm not going to say a lot of girls don't know what they're talking about. What we're going to do is we're going to flip that. We're going to tell her how much we like that she's knowledgeable in this. We're not going to say a lot of girls. We might say something like, I like that you know what you're talking about. Boom. Direct and completely relevant. It gets to the point and it shows a level of attraction. All right. You're saying that you like something about her. It's a compliment without being too direct. And that's another thing. Compliments, right? People use compliments, I think, the wrong way, right? I think you can use compliments as an icebreaker, but I don't encourage you to do that. When you're first starting out, I feel like using compliments as an icebreaker could lead you down the wrong path, because if you get used to it, it's kind of it'll ruin things for you down the line when you talk to certain people, right? Now, compliments are great. We can all agree compliments are great. You say, hey, I like that dress. I like that suit. Man, I love your shoes. I love your hair, whatever. These are compliments. The reason why I don't want you to rely on using compliments as icebreakers is because for a lot of people, there isn't much places you can go off of compliments if you don't have decent conversational skills already. I say, hey, I came over here because I thought you were really cute. All right. We gave a compliment. What is she going to say? Thank you. Most likely she's not going to say anything after that but thank you. Now that leaves you in a place where you have to try to come up with more stuff. Then that's where interactions start feeling like an interview. Where are you from? What class are you going to right now? What do you major in? Such and such. This is where it starts feeling like an interview, because now you don't have the skills to kind of take it where you want it to go, right? Now, when you develop these skills, you can kind of go off anything. But until then, you kind of want to start building your conversational skills. So if you do say a compliment, I want you to try to give a compliment that has meaning and holds weight. I can say, hey, your hair looks nice. Anybody could say that, and I could say that to anybody, and they will take that compliment. But if I make the compliment personal and direct, like saying, wow, you really know what you're talking about. I like that about you. That is a much more direct compliment. I'm going straight at her. That shows attraction, and that makes that person feel special because you're actually noticing something about them, something deep within, not just face value. I don't like giving compliments that are face value. I can say you look pretty. I can say your hair is nice. I can say you're rocking that suit. That watch looks nice, such and such. Now, if I give you a compliment that goes deep beyond the barrier, now you know that I'm paying attention. You know that I see you and that you are being acknowledged. Who doesn't want to feel acknowledged? Everybody does. Go deeper when you give compliments. Do not compliment at face value, and do not compliment off the approach when you're first starting out, all right?
Dylan, how old are you?
Oh no. Is that a deal breaker?
Is that a deal breaker, right? Why are we saying this, Dylan? I'm not here to clown you, bro. I'm just here to react, all right? Why are we saying this before we're even saying our age, buddy? She doesn't even know our age, and you're saying, is that a deal breaker? We're basically, when she said that, if you can't tell by that, his confidence shot straight down to the ground because he thought everything he just did absolutely meant nothing now. You cannot let your confidence drop like that, especially off a little play. If I've been shooting all game, my shot been going in all game, and I get blocked once, I'm still gonna keep shooting next play. That didn't do nothing but stop that 1 point. But if you let that destroy your confidence and you stop shooting for the rest of the game, now you're gonna get benched and you're not gonna get no more play time. Trust me, it's not worth it. Keep shooting. Do not let one block shot, one steal, one turnover set the tone for your entire game. You've been playing good all game.
I'm kind of like immature for my age, so we kind of like balance out.
I'm not gonna say too much about this, but why are we shitting on ourselves? Why are we calling ourselves immature? If you come off as immature, she already knows that. There's no need for you to point that out and just make yourself look worse and have her second guess her decision of continuing this conversation by you just pointing out what she probably already knows, right? But when you highlight it, now she's like, damn, you know what? This nigga is kind of immature. Sorry for cussing, but we just on some chill vibe, right? Now, I'm not gonna show the rest of this clip, but I'm pretty sure he asked for her number after this, right? Right after this, or a few seconds or a minute after this. If you ask me, this whole interaction could have been ended much sooner, and he really could have got to it because, like I said, she was showing high interest. It wasn't taking much. All he did was drag on the conversation. Now, it's nice to get to know people, but when you have these interactions, you want to try to leave an impression and keep it short and sweet so that there's more to learn, right? There's more to learn. You want to have that kind of leave that mystery there, right? I'm not saying leave them with nothing, but you want to leave them with just enough to keep their interest high, but also not so much that where they feel like they already know everything about you, right? Now, that was pretty much, we're 30 minutes in, and that was just interaction number 1, all right? We still got another video, and that's it. But I promise this video is not going to be OD long. I just want to give you all these details. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. Let's talk about the first video and what we learned, right? We learned basically about the code approach. I don't like the term code approach, but I'm not going to get too much into that. We learned about extrovert versus introvert. And we're going to talk about, real quick, small talk, right? Now, what he did very well in this one was demonstrate small talk. Me personally, I hate small talk. I've always hated small talk. But unfortunately, small talk is a very important part of talking to people and meeting new people, right? Especially when it comes to networking and things like that. Sometimes small talk is what people go off of to really get a vibe of if you're a person they want to interact with or get to know, right? So he did a great job of displaying small talk, talking about his interest in the gym, and they started having a conversation about the gym. This is a good idea, small talk. Small talk is kind of like hey, how are you doing today? Nice. The weather's nice outside. Oh, yeah, it's good for the plants, such and such. Small talk is useless if you don't know how to pivot it. What do I mean by that? Small talk can only really go somewhere if you are good at listening. If you know how to pay attention and pick up on certain cues and pivot it to where you want it to go, then small talk is very useful. If you don't have that skill set yet, small talk is very useless. So I suggest you build your conversation skills. I believe conversation skills and social skills, two different things personally. Conversation skills need to be built first. You can only build that by working on your social skills, but one needs to be focused on first, and that should be your conversation. You want to know what to say to people, how to be able to lead things certain directions. You're never gonna know what to say when you're approaching somebody on any interaction, more times than not. But I recommend keeping it environmental. When you first start, keep it environmental and keep it direct, right? So let's say let's just use approaching women as an example, right? Let's say you first start approaching women. Keep it to environment. Let's say you see you're at a bookstore. You're in a bookstore. You meet a woman, right? You might go up to her, comment on a book that she's reading, comment in the section or the genre she's looking at or she's talking about, or you could just go the direct approach and go with the hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. I was wondering if I could get your number, right? You could go direct. But if you want to build your conversation skills, keep it environmental. So that's pretty much the first video. We're gonna go on to the second clip and react to that. All right, this video right here is by Wild Boys. Link again will be in the description. This video is called Making an Introvert Cold Approach Girls Episode 2. We're still using this cold approach thing, but I guess that's what gets the views, so I'm not gonna hate on it, but we're gonna go ahead and react to this one as well.
Mind if I talk to you real quick?
Sure.
How you doing? What's your name?
Tiana.
Nice to meet you, Tiana. Jerome, what year you in? How old you, like 19? Word. I don't like you breaking at me weird.
First thing I notice. What is the first thing you notice? Number one, you can tell he's nervous. It's pretty clear. It's pretty obvious he's nervous. Why? Because for one, he's talking really fast. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? 2 questions back to back. That's crazy work, right? We can't answer 2 questions back to back. We can, but that just shows that you're nervous, all right? You don't really know what to say. You're kind of scared, whatever, which is okay. You're going to go through that. Number 2, he's very fidgety. He's doing a lot of fidgeting, playing with his charger, can't stand in place, looking left and right, turning, pivoting his body. Cool. But this shows nervousness. It shows that you're nervous. It makes the other person uncomfortable. The less comfortable you seem, the less comfortable the person you're talking to is probably going to be. So keep that in mind.
I thought you was attractive, so I forgot to come say something. Cool, if I get your number, that's too much. You don't get your number. Why not?
All right, boom. Here we go. Pointing out the obvious, right? We're doing this because we have nothing to say. We don't know what to say. You're going to see it gets a lot better in this video, but we're doing this right now because we have nothing to say. I came over here. We're 30 seconds into the interaction, and he goes, I came over here because I found you attractive. She already knows that off the rip. If you're approaching this girl and you're such and such, you're talking about this, and you don't know her. She knows you came up to her because you find her attractive. That what's understood does not have to be explained. So let's keep it unexplained.
Cool, if I get your number, that's too much.
Or is that too much? Comment down below why we shouldn't say that.
Why not?
Why not is crazy work. Keep it pushing. Don't ever ask that. Never make this play. Never make this play. Don't ever make this play. Are you sure is crazy work. Now cops are involved.
Like you got an attitude.
I don't have an attitude.
What's your name?
Alani.
Nice to meet you, Jerome.
What grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
I'm a junior.
You a junior? How old are you?
I'm 20.
I'm 22. You from here?
I stay in Maryland. Where are you from?
That's right, I'm from Philly, but I stay in Virginia.
You like it here?
Nah,
Why?
it's boring. It's like real slow.
I don't think it's slow. You stay in the city.
I don't stay in DC though. I stay in Virginia. Yes.
All right, so look, despite what some of y'all might seem, this is actually a pretty good interaction, all right? Everything does not have to be smooth wordplay and whatever y'all think it is, or however the internet makes it seem, right? He came up, had something to say. Do you have an attitude? Now, he could have said this in a different tone and probably changed it, but she clearly had high interest for the dude off the rip, so he really didn't have to do or say too much. But just keep it simple, right? He kept it simple right here. Where are you from? How old are you? What's your major? Such and such. Can I get your number? Pretty simple. There's really not too much to say about that interaction.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you. The name's Jerome.
Nice to meet you.
You don't give me a name?
My name?
Yeah.
This is a good opening. A little aggressive there on the. You ain't gonna give me a name, but he could have smoothed it out a little bit.
What you doing right now though?
I'm about to go to class. I'm just standing here. Have you made friends yet?
Not really. A couple people in my class, but like.
Cue number 1. Have you made friends yet? A lot of niggas see this as just a simple question. This was not a simple question. This was clearly a sign of interest and an opening. Bro, nobody cares if you made friends yet. What she really saying is, I'm trying to be friends. That's what she really saying. You feel me? Or I'm trying to get to know you. Take it however you want.
But like.
Well, good luck, because it took me a while to make friends here. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, good luck. See, he was wide open. He had the ball right here, and decided to pass it, me personally, or just shoot it. You know what I'm saying? Shoot it. She was playing. She was backing up. Now she playing high pressure defense yet again. She mid level defense. She up there, but her hand not up. You can still shoot that. She don't like talking to people. What am I taking from this sentence right here? She don't like talking to people. She said it herself. But guess what she's doing right now? Talking to me. So what does that show you? Interest. Again, he could have ended the whole thing right here. And that's what he did.
Not really into that.
I got you.
I'm saying, I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, you're
like,
good. I got you.
Why are we doing that? Why are we saying that? You don't have to. We don't want to, bro. That's literally a up and down. We jumped up with the basketball, got ready to shoot it, and just came back down with it. For what purpose? Now we got a jump shot violation. Now it's there. Now the ball is in their court. Hey, y'all, I ain't gonna talk y'all heads off. That's pretty much the 2 videos we had today. Let me know if y'all enjoyed this style of video, right? This is gonna take me a while to edit. We got 40 minutes of straight heat. But guess what? I do it for y'all, so I don't even care. Thank you for joining Zay After Dark yet again. I appreciate y'all. See y'all in the next one. Pow.